Well, good morning from the White Mountains of New Hampshire. This is Loon Mountain behind me. And for those who don't know, the morning sun on your face is actually very healthy for you, very important to wake up your body system, get your circadian rhythm online, and I just love it. So, this is Matt from workanywhere.life, and I am working remotely, as I do quite often, because as the shirt says, work anywhere, and that's what I do. Today, I am working on my checklist of things to get ready for my move to the Dominican Republic and uh, filing the divorce, selling the house, getting everything ready to move, looking for a new property. There's a lot involved. So I'm going to give you a piece of the checklist today of what I need to go over. Let's go back inside. As much as I hate to get out of the sun, but I need to check the laptop. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a busy day here. And let's see what is on the docket. On the docket. I need to text my realtor in the Dominican because I need to go down next month, just 4 weeks away. Need to start making plans for spending some time down there looking at properties. So I'm going to need about a week, and I need to know what dates she is going to be in the area to show me around. I need to cancel when we applied for the HELOC. As part of the HELOC, one of my personal loans was paid off. So I now need to go into the bank and cancel the auto payments on that as soon as they confirm with me that the check to the bank was mailed out. So that's what's going on there. I did a bunch of YouTube videos like this one yesterday, and I need to go through and summarize those, add to the descriptions, add the SEO and metadata and all that stuff. And let's see. Oh, I need to touch base with Sarah about investing in some more real estate in the United States. And I need to get a feeling for her if I put some money in, what my return on investment is going to be on a monthly income for that. Then I need to, this is a big one. I need to pick new checking accounts. I currently have checking accounts with a small bank in New Hampshire, Bank of New Hampshire, and I love the bank. They work really well for me, but that doesn't work for me internationally. So I need to move those funds out of a local bank into a company that has much more international reach. I did a little research on that, and there are two that come up. One is for when I'm traveling throughout the Caribbean, as I'm going to be doing a lot of, and when I'm traveling through Europe and so forth. Revolut seems to come up as the number one on the list for that. But in terms of international banking using a US based bank, my Schwab Bank happens to be good. Now, I also did a little research. If anyone's familiar with Klaus Schwab, who's a huge globalist and was big into the World Economic Fund and all that, no relationship to Charles Schwab, the company. So for any of my friends who are on the right side, on the conservative side, there's no connection there. For my friends, whatever, I have friends on both left, right, and middle, and agnostic politically. So I happen to have brokerage accounts with Schwab already, so that makes it really convenient that they come out on the top of the U.S. Banking list for international banking and digital banking. Revolut, I already have an account with because I've done some financing with people in the Caribbean area. So that works out really well. I will just start funding those accounts better. And one of the things I need to do is for I need to move security deposits. I have security deposits with Bank of New Hampshire, so they will need to be moved into accounts, savings accounts with Schwab. In case you're not familiar with it, I own rental property in New Hampshire. And in New Hampshire, each of the tenants needs to have their security deposit placed in a separate savings account where it earns interest. And that's a New Hampshire thing. I'm not sure if it goes, all around the nation, but in New Hampshire, that security plus interest needs to be returned to the tenants when they move out, minus expenses for damages and so forth. So then I can go ahead and start closing my Bank of New Hampshire accounts over the next couple of weeks. I have one tenant who has been mailing me checks. Obviously, mailing checks to the Dominican is not going to happen. So I talked with her and I'm going to set her up on automatic withdrawals. Now, Schwab changes my, I use Venmo for certain things, but Schwab uses Zelle. And I haven't used Zelle before because Bank of New Hampshire doesn't use Zelle. It uses Plaid. And yeah, it's just one of those things. So I'm going to switch everybody over to rent payments through Zelle, make my life easier and automatic. Let's see. Oh, for my rental property, it's time that I open a credit card for that company and start earning points with that. It just doesn't make any sense that I'm, paying directly out of the bank account when I could pay utilities and everything on a credit card, earn points for travel, and then pay it off, in one check a month. So that would be really helpful. Then end of July, right before the big move in August to the Dominican, there's a conference in Miami that I need to go to. So I need to talk with, the dates for booking the hotel in the conference is booked, but the hotel is not. And the dates for booking the hotel are dependent upon when the divorce gets finalized, when the sale of our home gets closed. And man, if I could only know those dates, my life would be so much easier for planning. But that's something I've got to look into today. I have to contact the nomadic luggage company because I'm telling you, I haven't told them this yet. I haven't informed them that they're going to be sponsoring me. They're going to be sponsoring me with luggage and outfits for the big trip to the Dominican. They just don't know it yet, but that's what they're going to do. And then I need to talk to Home Depot about ordering some pool deck supplies because once you're going to see that I'm removing the aggregate from the top of the concrete on the pool deck, and then I need to cover it with something. So I found a non-slip coating for masonry, which will go great on the concrete. So need to order that. And then I need to study a little bit more about all the power that Revolut has for international monetary exchanges. So if I'm in the Caribbean, I want to pay somebody in the United States, how that works. If I'm traveling through Europe and I need to make a payment back to the Caribbean in the DR, I need to know how this works. That's something that I haven't had to worry about yet, but it's coming up because now I will have business interests all throughout the world, right? And one of my plans is eventually to purchase property in Dubai. So that's on my bucket list of things to do. Whoo! So there's my list for today. Meanwhile, I'm up here, what they call on vacation. Yeah, right. I'm never on vacation. I'm always a working vacation. So, yeah, I don't know what's on your to-do list, but that's mine for today. And I only have tonight to stay here. And then tomorrow I'm back home getting things done around the house, doing lots more packing. So remember, like this video, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for a lot more of what's coming up because once I get home, things start moving into overdrive with getting this house ready for sale. And we are targeting open house the week of June 15th. So we got a lot of work to do, folks. All right, see you soon.